Hi there, I'm Lorraine Hunt, and I am excited to bring you our clean color segment of our Facebook party. So, do you like it? I have one side, one side like this, and one side like this. I always say makeup is a beautiful thing, right? So are you having fun? This is too much fun. I love the makeup, and where do I start? All of the makeup has the clean purity promise, just like the skincare does. And also there's actually a little anti-aging in the makeup also, and prebiotics and or probiotics in each product. Is that so cool? The same story holds through that Shelley shared and Karen shared about it being clean, which means there's no known ingredients that cause any kind of health problem, which is really cool, especially what CBS put in the mail in the news today. Are we like right on trend or what? And we even won better. We do better because we've got probiotics and prebiotics in all of our products. So Shelley did talk about the microbiome and how even the makeup is good for your microbiome. Is that so cool? Super excited about that. Yes, and we've only been in business for like 14 months. And what I love, my first year, I didn't really put the products on anybody. I basically sold through the phone, through the internet, through Facebook, but I love seeing the products on people. So let me just share a couple of things. I just wanted to share about the packaging, and each of the products has this really cool recyclable press cardboard packaging that is also beautiful. Isn't it pretty? So not only are we healthy, but we're also green for our world, which I love. I also love that when you put the foundation on, this is called our perfect powder, and it truly is the perfect powder. You can kind of forget everything that you think about powder, because this truly is like a foundation, ladies. It really is. And I use a primer. Well, I use the day lotion, so I'm going to put a little bit on of that. What I love about the perfect powder too is that it has vitamin E, it has a prebiotic in it. Well, while I'm talking to you, I'm going to put a little bit of, so I love to put my powder or my day lotion on, my TruAura day lotion. It looks like this. Didn't show it to you. And then I put my powder on, my perfect powder, right afterwards. And I use a beauty blender, and you can get them at CVS. It looks like this. So I sat here and did my makeup on one side. I've got a huge window in my office, so it was almost like too blaringly bright, even though it's going to rain here in Sonoma County again. And, I'm going to put a little bit under my eye because I've even been using, this is how silky the perfect powder is. I've been using the perfect powder instead of concealer. Is that amazing? I just use alabaster. So remember, there's a prebiotic, there is vitamin E, there is, the prebiotic is a really cool ingredient. And I was going to read it to you too, because I always forget the names. It's really interesting. I want to remember all the ingredients, but let me tell you how technical and advanced our line is. Gary Jones, who develops our product line, he also developed a line for our previous company. He has done a live video every week, weekly, for the last year. How incredible is that? That's how much there is to know about the microbiome. Of course, we don't have to know that to sell it, obviously, because I've sold like $10,000 just since January. In my own feeble little way. Do you ever feel like that? No, not really feeble. So this is because what I put on was alabaster, because you want a lighter concealer. So what that does is it neutralizes like any shadows, darkness you have. And then that just cleared up. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool on my 65-year-old skin. So then I rolled my beauty blender, and this I was using a foundation brush, but you could use a beauty blender also. So I like to roll it. It will cause less glazing. What is glazing? Glazing is that little film that can form on top of your powder. It doesn't hurt it or anything, but it makes it impossible to get the product off. I go right over my lips too. So what that means is, yeah, you want to take that glazing off with any kind of a flat, like a spatula or a butter knife. Just be careful not to gouge into it and just kind of scrape it off. I actually use that product because I don't want to waste it. So once I roll this on with my sponge, which doesn't that look great? I mean, it's just such a beautiful powder foundation. I'm going to make sure I blend with my other half, right? You can, if you like more of a look of a foundation like I do, I like makeup. And you can roll it in there too and then brush on more if you'd like. And this is just a powder brush, just a basic powder brush. Soon we'll have brushes in TruAura too. I kind of like to start at the top of my face and go down, but makeup is truly an art. Don't feel like you have to do it one way or another. You kind of discover what's comfortable for you, you know, kind of make it fun. So I'm going to add, and I'm going to take the highlighter. So we're going to do the perfect powder. We're going to do highlighter and bronzer. I'm going to show you shadow, and I'm going to show you how to do the shadow for an eyeliner too, which is really cool. TruAura doesn't have eyeliners yet. And then I'm going to do blush and lip color. So truthfully, you could put this in probably on in about 5 minutes, but because I'm talking it through and our video is already at the 6-minute mark. So this is the darkest color on the bronzer highlighter. And really for my coloring and even into brunettes, this is like the perfect, you see what I'm doing? I'm using an angled brush and I'm just brushing it there. And it's just, you know, your brows really are your frame it's the top frame to your eye. Is that so cool? So you kind of want to go down a little bit. And many times as we age, you want to kind of go there. We lose it at the ends. I know I've lost mine a lot, and mine are just so light. And what's not light is gray. So I love brows. Like my two necessities really are probably brows and lipstick. If I got a third choice too, I would probably pick mascara. So I want to make sure they're even. So I'm going to take a Q-tip and just go like this and make sure they're even when I sit back like that. Does that make sense? Yeah, easy peasy. And say you have a little bit too much on, just take your lighter powder, one of your powders, and because it looks a little, maybe not, but I'll blend it just to make it look natural too. Some of you, if you have more hair in your brow, you might want to brush it in too, but this pretty much works with my brows. Most of the makeovers I do too, I'm going to show you universal things that pretty much look awesome on everybody. How do you like that? Makeup is a fun thing too. And lately I've been sitting in front of the window in my bedroom, like at a little table, and it's kind of fun to do that too, just to have a different light so you can kind of see. If you're like me, you get in the car and you'll go, how'd that happen? Okay, here's our coffee shop palette. It's my most popular. It's got a really cool kind of vanilla color, and I just go all over. Now I put a little bit of foundation, and I've also put my TruAura eye cream there, so you're going to add, but don't forget that TruAura actually puts in the product a really cool ingredient from coconut that hydrates the skin. Is that so cool? And the probiotic also is soothing for your skin. So you'll notice I'm kind of mixing them. And I'm going to do a little V on the outside here. This is just a super easy, works for 99% of eyes. You want to make sure you don't have lines of demarcation. That means like little swirly rolls, and it's kind of a fluffy brush. I'll show you another one. This is kind of a flatter brush. This one is not as easy to make it look natural. This is more, I'll show you, is more of a color laying on. So you'll notice I'm kind of doing this, and I'm going to dot it on here. So that's a way to get more pigment, and we really have amazing pigment. There's no oil breakthrough. It's totally blendable. This makeup is like silk. It's so easy to put on and have it look great. Oh, you know what I did on the other eye too? I did liner first, and this time I was chatting, and so I didn't do liner. So let me show you how to put liner on. You can see on this side, if you do a thin liner, and I went back to my slanted thin brush, what an eyeliner on the top is just going to make your lashes look fuller. It doesn't really look like eyeliner. Of course, you can go wider. So I've got a little bowl of water, and I'm going to blot it on the back of my hand. For myself, I just go, but I'm not going to do that on my video. But I always like to share the easy peasy things, right? So I'm going back to the Real Espresso color here, and I'm going to show you how easy this is to be a liner. Look at this. I mean, don't you love makeup products, number one, that are healthy and actually affect your entire immune system to be healthier? How cool is that? They're realizing now that your immune system is affected by the gut microbiome and your skin microbiome. And when you can get two uses out of one product, it's totally, I love that. Number one, you save time. And number two, you don't have as much mess in your makeup bag. I mean, I've done brows and I've done eyeliner with another product. This one is the shadow. So I'm using it for eyeshadow and I'm using it for eyeliner. And then the bronzer I used for eyebrow pencil. It doesn't look amazing. Not me, but the makeup. But you know what? It just makes us feel great. To me, makeup is the confidence boost. I hear my clients say, oh no, Lorene, I don't want eyeshadow. I don't wear that. It looks too harsh. Believe it or not, if you took me a picture of me without shadow on and with shadow, a little shadow actually makes you look softer. It really does. So you can see how it's buildable too. Even the shadow, if I put it on again, it's got a little bit more color. But most of us are pretty cool with just, can you see that very well? Just a little. How fun is that? You get a little more color, I think, if you do it first. I did it afterwards. So let's go into the bronzer. Okay, here's the bronzer. There's 4 colors in it. These right here are the bronzer. And I like to do a 3 because look at the difference in how I'm lifted here. That is amazing, isn't it? It's really art. So you start up here and you, like, this is the 3 that goes down to here. And I'm going to do it again with a little bit more color. Remember the key, dark recedes and light brings it out. So you can see how, and I'm a little more jelly right down here on this side. Doesn't that make a difference? Very cool. And then to have it really highlight your skin, because this is bronzer. Love that they put the highlighter in the same one. Take the same brush. You can blot it on a tissue. That's what I've got over here is a tissue. And I'm going to kind of pinch it a little bit to just go on the highlighter. And Shelly is going to put some tips underneath here too. But see how the highlighter there, I'm putting a little there, a little here, here, and here. How cool is that? So it's almost like where the sun would kiss you from the top. I love highlighter. I'm like so excited about it. It makes a big difference on every age skin. And you'll see there's a little shimmer in it, but it's not a huge shimmer where it's like, whoa, she's wearing a shimmer. You just kind of look brighter, aliver, more alive. I guess aliver is not a word, right? More alive. I'm putting a little bit more underneath here. All right. So clean lip color also. How cool is this? I have on Orchid, but I thought it would go great with my shirt. It's a brighter color, definitely. Now, if you want the greatest lips, start down here. And, ooh, what did I do there? You're really not supposed to rub them. Oh, here. Better, better, better. The older I've gotten, the more I use Q-tips. Why is that? I think just because of the lines, you know, I'm older, more mature, and it just looks more polished, just to finish up anything you might have draggy on your skin. So now we've completed powder, right? Powder, we've finished the bronzer. The eyeshadow, I used Coffee Talk. Didn't really talk about the other colors, and I can do that in a second too, because I love, love, love all the options you have. So we finished that. How long did that take? Not very long, and I was chatting the whole time. I do have a little surprise too that I have to show you too. You always want to finish with mascara. So, you know, we're almost ready with our mascara. As I'm doing my lashes too, I have to share, I don't know if it was shared in the skincare portion. When you're doing your lashes, make sure to pull them from the lash line out. I'm wearing contact lenses, so you always want to be careful, but TruAura is going to have the most incredible mascara ever, a little bird told me. So, but I'll tell you, since I've been using TruAura, the cleanser, back to what I was saying, the cleanser is so amazingly gentle. It will take your makeup off, and it's what I've been using religiously for an eye makeup remover, and I swear my eyelashes have grown. I love that stuff. Again, one more product that you can use for two purposes. I love that. Saves you money. Saves you stuff on your counter. So many things. I'm a minimalist, just not shoes. Not shoes, not clothes. Just kidding. So there you go. Different, good. And then we're going to go across just lightly. Bottom liner versus top liner. I love bottom liner, but I just know for me, it drags my eye down. So I don't put a lot of eyeliner under my eyes. It tends to just accentuate any dark circles. We always want to go visually up in makeup. How fun is this? So again, just one more coat. Who loves mascara? Post below if you love mascara. I love mascara. Just in closing, let me share with you just a couple of different things. There's 8 colors of foundation. We have a color for everyone, and there will be more coming for women that are dark complected. There are 3 beautiful shadows. I just showed you Coffee Shop, which is incredible neutrals. There's Smoke and Mirrors, which is gorgeous grays and like a pewter, beautiful. And all of them have a blender. How cool is that? And then After Midnight, which is our most dramatic. I love, love, love it though, because it's got a navy. So this one has a gorgeous gray that I love for the eyeliner. It's totally cool. I love, love, love the After Midnight. It's got a beautiful pewter and a navy for an eyeliner that you can just wet your brush. And when you open them up, there's this really cool paper that's so beautiful. I can't remember the name of it now, but it's beautiful paper. What is it called? It has a name, but anyway, and you can actually keep it on to kind of protect your product. It has a magnetic closure too. Blushes come in so far 2 shades, and they are beautiful rouge and coral. I put on coral. I know Shelly wears rouge. And they're beautiful. You could actually use the lighter one for day, the darker one for evening, or you could, just like I did the bronzer, except up higher, because you always want to stay in this area here for your blush. Never having it drag down. Remember in the old days when we did down here? No. You'll notice my contouring was down here and the blush was up higher. You don't want to ever drag down. You want to lift in your makeup. So rouge and coral. And then there are 6 lip colors that are pretty dang amazing too. So I put on Orchid, which is a very bright fuchsia. There is a gorgeous red called Scarlet. And Primrose is like a bright mauve, a very bright mauve. Bordeaux is a beautiful wine. And I will say my 2 most popular colors of the whole 6, although I wear every one, but I do like bright colors and lip color, are Sable and Bear. So Bear is I call it the color of healthy lips. It's actually a great everyday for everyone, warms or cools. That means redheads or not redheads. Then I love, love, love Sable. Sable's like a brownish mauve, really, really pretty too. And for someone who likes red but doesn't really want a bright red like Scarlet, it's a great option. So questions below and we will be answering them. I appreciate you. We so appreciate you being here. We are excited to show our clean color, and what a timely event, especially with the CBS news, right? All I know is everything is amazing and feels sheer and lightweight. And I just love every single product. I know that sounds bogus, but it really is true. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of our Facebook party. Whether you're watching at the event or after, we applaud you and appreciate you.